A pleasant day to all. We are here again in our English class. We are on the second week of the first quarter. And our new objective for today is write a short descriptive paragraph about a character or setting in stories. Listen to compound sentences. Before we proceed to our new lesson, let's have a glimpse of what we discussed last week. A direction: show a virtual thumbs up if it is a simple sentence and virtual heart if it is a compound sentence. Number 1, Jimmy is unhappy is an example of a simple sentence. Number 2, Sarah got an A on her exam. Good job, a simple sentence. Number 3, yesterday I cleaned my room and I helped mom bake cookies. Number 3 is an example of a compound sentence because of the presence of conjunction, which is and. And number 4, today is very hot is an example of very good, a simple sentence. And the last sentence, she didn't study for her quiz, so she got an F. Good job. That is a compound sentence because of a conjunction, so. Good job, kids. For today's lesson, let us read this short paragraph entitled, It's an Epic Vacation. It's an Epic Vacation, written by Kathleen A. Ocampo. I got excited when I knew that we will have an early vacation this year. I thought of swimming with my family, playing with my friends, and going to the park. When I think of it, I am happy and really excited. I came home from school, but my mother said that I am no longer allowed to go outside to play with my friends and I won't be able to see my teacher the next day. I am so sad because my classmates and I will no longer see each other and finish the school year. So I asked why. My mother told me that there is a virus called COVID-19 spreading in our country and children are no longer allowed to go out so we won't catch any disease. The virus was all over the news and it's really frightening. So, did you understand the story, kids? Very good. So what do you think is the emotion did the character feel as you read the paragraph? Is she happy or sad? Very good. She is so sad because she and her classmates will no longer see each other and finish the school year. Most kids like you feel the same. But remember, we need to stay at home so we won't get affected or infected by COVID-19. For our new lesson for today, it's all about a descriptive paragraph. The story that we read a while ago is an example of a descriptive paragraph. So today, let us define what is a descriptive paragraph. A descriptive paragraph describes a thing, a person, or a place. Detailed information allows the reader to inform an image in his or her imagination. Descriptive paragraph also includes sensory details and figurative language. So what are the 5 sensory details that we have? We have the sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Very good. So these sensory details are used to describe a certain topic. It can also describe a person or a place. So we have here an example. The first, snowfall. Using the sense of sight, this is their observation. The first snowfall looks like the stuffing in the pillows. What they heard in the first snowfall sounds like loud crunching. How about the smell of the first snowfall? Smells like sweet, clean air. And the taste? Tastes like a cold cotton candy. And when they touch the first snowfall, it feels like an ice cream sundae. A descriptive paragraph also includes colorful adjectives and lots of descriptive details. When we say adjectives, these are words that describe or modify a noun or a pronoun. We have here an example. They live in a beautiful house. The word beautiful is an example of adjective. Number 2, durian is a foul-smelling fruit. And the third sentence is, John sleeps in a soft pillow. As you can see, we used colorful adjectives and descriptive details. We need to remember that a descriptive paragraph describes or gives clear picture of a person, event, place, or a thing. A descriptive paragraph describes a thing, a person, or a place. Detailed information allows the reader to form an image in his or her imagination. It also lets the reader see, hear, touch, smell, and taste. For our last activity, we have a direction. Write T if the statement is true and F if it is false. So, what are the characteristics of a good descriptive paragraph? So we are going to focus on that question. We are going to write T if it is true and F if it is false. Number 1, it gives a detailed picture of a character, place, or thing. Number 2, it includes sensory details and figurative language. Number 3, it doesn't need a middle sentence or a paragraph that provide details about a different part of the subject. Number 4, it includes a closing sentence or paragraph that the writer thinks about the topic. And the last number, it doesn't let the reader touch, taste, see, hear, and smell what you are describing. Now let us see if your answers are correct. Number 1, true. Number 2, true. Number 3, false. Number 5, true. Number 4, true. And number 5, false. Well done, kids. We answered it right. That ends our lesson for today. I hope you learned something new. Bye!